Hello and welcome to the first segment of DSU Inside Perspective for the 2017-2018 school year. I'm Carlos Holmes, and this is a show where we talk with faculty, staff, students, alumni, administrators, and guests from the outside about some of the things that are going on in the world and the great things that are going on here at Delaware State University. And one of the great things that are going on at Delaware State University is we have a new provost. I have Dr. Tony Allen here on my show today. Dr. Allen, thank you for being here with us.
Oh, glad to be here, Carl.
Dr. Allen is the provost and executive vice president of academic affairs here at Delaware State University, and he has hit the ground running. He began in August. And I've got to ask you, you come from quite a background. You were the head of corporate reputation group for global marketing and corporate affairs at the Bank of America.
I was.
You were the founding president of the Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League.
Mm-hmm.
You were a former speechwriter for Joe Biden.
Yep.
Now you're here at DSU as provost and vice president of academic affairs. What in your background makes you a good fit for DSU?
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here, and really humbled to have the opportunity to be at Delaware State University. It's been an affinity I've had for a long, long time, both having family and friends here and having close associations with our current president since he's been president, actually. I tell you, my background's pretty varied. I've had experiences in the not-for-profit sector, the government sector, as you alluded to, and then 13 years in corporate America. And I'd say in all of those sectors, sort of the fundamental philosophies are the same. People want real opportunities. People want to be respected. People want to be able to give back in the ways that have been given to them. So I come to the Chief Academic Officer position quite honestly in that regard, knowing that every year since 1891, Delaware State University has educated folks who are traditionally underserved, want opportunities for themselves and for their families, and can give back to the state and the world in ways that inspire others to do the same. So I come at it honestly in that way, and know too that Delaware State in and of itself is a real hidden gem and shouldn't be hidden any longer, that we should be of service as it relates to providing the best and highest quality education for our students, but also really showing our talents outside the campus and in the local communities we call home.
When you started here in August, one of the first things you did was you wrote a piece called Of Service.
Yes.
And I would hope that everybody here read it, okay? But for the benefit of those that read it and may need to hear more about this, now, you were talking more than just community service, that too, I'm sure. Yeah. But talk about that, what the statement you were trying to really make there.
I think it's twofold. When I think about being of service in Delaware State, I think about education and citizenship. And I'd say that for all higher education institutions, but for an organization like Delaware State in particular, I think there's a lot of merit in being able to have a quality education across a number of disciplines for certain, right? But also to understand what it means to be a citizen and the ethic of that, the civility of that, the need to give back, take your talents and outside the campus walls and being able to make a contribution to the broader community. And I see that as cross disciplines. So when you think about our faculty in particular, they do wonderful scholarship and research across a number of disciplines that are great in academic journals and are as part of sort of who we are and what we do as a higher education institution, but also are very important and relevant to how our state does economically and socially and civically, and the region for that matter. So I believe that public scholarship is a notion of being of service that I want to be in the ethic of every faculty member I have responsibility for. I see the same for students who I think learn best by doing. So while the classroom experience is the fundamental base to how they think about their own particular disciplines, they're really going to be able to be of consequence to folks who employ them, places where they live, if they're able to apply that learning in a regular way. And you don't have to wait till you graduate to do that. One of our key objectives is to build a service learning requirement as a part of the curriculum for all students here at Delaware State University. So those notions are what I think about when I think about being of service.
So now in about a week, we're going to be going to Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
And there's going to be a MOU signing, I guess,
Yep.
concerning a public partnership.
Yep.
And I believe we're doing that with UD and the city of Wilmington. This is the kind of thing you're talking about?
Well, that's a great example. I tell you, I'm from Wilmington, and as many people know, there are a lot of challenges in our only metropolitan city in Delaware. And while there are lots of projects that the professional staff there are doing, to have a core academic partner like Delaware State University, I think is central to their efforts for a couple of reasons. One, the predominant population there is African American and Hispanic. And we happen to have a predominant population of those students and faculty, for that matter. Two, I think we understand the issues of an environment like Wilmington and better than probably any other institution, certainly in this state and perhaps in this region. So being able to bring, again, public scholarship, traditional research, and actual students, whether it be at the undergraduate and graduate level, to bear on some of the most pressing issues that Wilmington is facing is important to us. So we wanted to develop a partnership with the mayor, Mike Przicki, and President of Wilmington City Council, Hanifa Shabazz, in addition to the University of Delaware, and really say we can find really important ways to develop the economy of Wilmington, deal with some of the social issues that are problematic for Wilmington, and really bolster what I call the civility and civic spirit that we need to get back in urban environments like that. And I think Del State's going to be a central player in that regard.
You've been here since August. You've gotten in there with the faculty. You've gotten to get to know some of them. You've had to deal with some faculty issues, some academic affair issues, and they've gotten to know you a bit here now. What is it you hope that they are really getting about you, that they're really understanding about you?
You know, I would tell you, I'd say all of the faculty here at Delaware State understand the responsibility of our HBCU and land-grant institution. And I want to be able to speak loudly about that and also have them speaking loudly about that. As I've said to you, Carlos, and I say to anybody who will listen to me, what makes us special is we can educate the best and brightest student that has been well prepared K through 12 and do that in a thoughtful way and give them a valued education that they can take anywhere. We can also do the same thing for the traditionally underrepresented student as well, which is really the history of who we are. And I think there is no other institution in this region that can do that for both sets of students. It really is the notion that we can provide a valued quality education, accessible education for all.
You know, I wanted to ask you, now that you've had some time here, what's your vision for DSU, but you've kind of articulated some of that for me here. So I'll just ask you, is there any more you want to add to that vision?
Well, I would tell you, Dr. Williams' vision is my vision. You talk to him on any day, at any time, he'll tell you student success is our #1 priority. And student success is certainly our #1 priority, and I see in the Office of Academic Affairs, we should be the tip of the spear in that regard, making sure that we're providing the right kind of education that gives them the right aptitude for anything they want to take on in life, but also helping them through the process and really rolling up our sleeves. The great news about that is lots of faculty do that already. But I feel like we can get our retention numbers up. I certainly believe we can get our graduation numbers up, whether that be in 4 years or 6 years. We'd like it to be in 4 years, obviously. And I think that will instill some more fanatical pride, which makes any institution great. There's a great spirit here, as you know. We were just at the prayer breakfast this morning where you received an award. Congratulations. And you could tell that the 126-year history here is a present, palpable thing that everybody should sort of get their arms around, and being able to provide the right education, being of service to the local community, and commenting on the issues of the day in a thoughtful way, even like DACA and those kinds of things are really important to what a college like ours represents and who we're going to be in the world.
Well, you know, in 2010, Dr. Harry Williams became the president of Delaware State University, the 10th president, and there was quite a bit of excitement that came when, you know, that was generated by his arrival. And I sense some of that now with your arrival, and that's a good thing. So I wish you the best of luck. You know, I and a lot of other staff and faculty have your back, And
Absolutely.
we're going to work together to see that vision fulfilled.
Okay.
And we want to thank you for joining us for the first episode of the year of DSU Inside Perspective. We'll see you next time.